welcome to another Pokemon Go presentation. It has been a hassle trying to get this video up and running because there's been a guy, hold on, this camera. Okay, so there's been a guy that has been leaf blowing on the other side of the building. I think he left. I think he's gone now. But this guy was like leaf blowing for like the past 35 minutes. And he was blowing like 2 or 3 leaves at a time. Yeah, he's still there. Oh man. That guy's a hard worker, let me tell you. Today we get to battle the Team Rocket leaders. We get to take on Arlo, Cliff. We have to collect a series of components. So there's 6 mysterious components that Team Rocket grunts are gonna drop. We have to assemble 6 mysterious components, and we can create the Rocket Radar, which will scan the area to find the Team Rocket leader missions. After that, we can battle the Team Go Rocket leaders, and only with the Rocket Radar will be able to detect the hidden hideout. So we have to collect the mysterious components first, and then find the hideouts with the radar, and then we can battle the team leaders, which are known to be pretty stout battlers. So I'm very excited to have actually a challenge with the Team Rocket grunts, or the Team Rocket leaders. I think it's going to be a pretty good battle. Also, there's special research that we're going to be completing. So after battling the Team Go Rocket grunts and defeating them, we'll be able to compile research to receive a Super Rocket Radar from Professor Willow. This Super Rocket Radar will help us locate Giovanni, and some grunts may pretend to be Giovanni, but if we defeat him, we'll be able to rescue a legendary Shadow Pokemon. So, obviously the goal today is to take out the Team Rocket leaders and to find Giovanni and get that Shadow legendary Pokemon. Hopefully we can get all this wrapped up and take care of business. Also, I haven't caught Cobalion yet, so hopefully we can catch that as well. Really packed day today. Really packed video. Don't forget to drop a like. It's gonna rain in a few hours, so I don't have a whole lot of time, so I'm gonna try to speed this up and get as much done as I possibly can. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to complete all of this in today's video. We may have to break this up into this may be like a 2-part presentation. We'll see how this goes, but we got our work cut out for you, and we got to get started. Let's start off by checking out the special research. So let's see what Professor Willow has to say. My voice is cracked just now. Let's see what Professor Willow has to say. Thanks for your help in defeating Team Go Rocket grunts. Team leaders and I have been observing Team Go Rocket, and something tells us this is far from over. The transmission sent from the Team Go Rocket takeover had a message from an unknown sender at the end. We're going to need all the help we can get to reveal the identity of this unknown figure. Can you help us get to the bottom of this? Alright, what do we gotta do first? Spin 10 Pokestops, defeat Team Go Rocket grunts and catch 1 Shadow Pokemon for 500 Stardust, 10 Pokeballs, and 10 Raspberries. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so this is Team Rocket stop number 1 of 3. So I'm going to be focusing on the first initial few Team Rocket stops just to see if the mysterious component drops from each and every single one of them, or drops maybe 1 of 5. Because this is my first time getting out here, so I don't really know. Also, please excuse the city noise, as there are going to be buses and cars and all kinds of other things passing by as I take out these Team Rocket grunts. As Tyranitar is holding his own against this Crobat, as he should. He's a rock type. Stone Edge deployed, and that's it. So we've gotten the first one down, so that's 1 of 3 for the Team Rocket grunts for the special research. What did we get? We get anything good? 500 dust. Very nice. Okay, so we got the mysterious component. And that's 1 for the research. Okay, ooh, this is a normal type grunt. And I forgot to mention, Porygon is now in the Team Go Rocket library. It's in the Team Go Rocket roster of Pokemon you can catch in Pokemon Go. I saw the tagline that said normal does not mean weak, so I switched to my Machamp army here, and we're going to be taking out these Porygons. I think he's going to have Porygon regular and Porygon 2 and Porygon Z, because my friend got this stop a couple of hours ago and he texted me and he told me he had all 3 Porygons. So that could be the case here, given the fact that it's Porygon 1 and 2, or original Porygon and Porygon 2. I think this is going to be Z, which it is. So the Porygon grunts have all 3 Porygon evolutions, and Porygon is my favorite Pokemon, so very excited to be catching a Shadow Porygon this early on in the video. And we're going to smash this Porygon Z, and we'll see what happens here. And I think Porygon is a lot easier of a Pokemon to catch with one hand than obviously Zubat. So not gonna have too much trouble catching this one. And we'll collect 500 Stardust and our second of 6 mysterious components that we need. And 2 out of 3 Go Rocket grunts defeated for the special research. Alright, I am not gonna mess around with this. I'm gonna go Golden Raspberry and hopefully hit the Premier Ball here. It does slide from left to right, which is one of the more inconvenient motions. I guess I'll chalk 1 up there, just chuck it up there to see if I can catch it, because it's pretty much a one and done for the catch. Because I used the Golden Raspberry, it shouldn't pop out, which it doesn't. So that's our first Shadow Porygon. Shadow Porygon came out today, I believe. May came out last night, but I think it was today. IVs are pretty good. I think I'm gonna purify this. Maybe not. Actually, maybe I will. Actually, no. I like the red eyes. The red eyes on Porygon look pretty cool. Alright, let's get that last rocket stop we need. Alright, so that's 2 of 6 mysterious components. Also, there is a raid. Where is that? At the Starbucks? I think that's the one with the high GPS drift, but I'm not sure. If it is, then that sucks. One thing I forgot to mention is there are 3 different Shadow Pokemon that are now available in shiny form. So that's Sneasel, Scyther, and Meowth. Shiny Meowth is actually debuting for the first time. We've ever actually had access to Shiny Meowth, but it's being released properly in the Team Go Rocket system. So you'd have to purify the Shiny Meowth to get a regular Shiny Meowth. I think they dropped the shinies on us like a couple of nights ago. It's very recently. There's been a lot of recent activity with the Team Go Rocket stuff. Alright, so this one is a Dratini Pokestop. So we're going to get Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite, I believe. But what's important about this is going to be the final Pokestop that we need for our first part of the research. So we can move on as soon as I spend a couple of Pokestops and complete this Team Go Rocket grunt. So I'm going to knock this thing out with my Avalanche. Oh, the Dratini's going to attack first. I think I won't let you. That would have been, yeah, that would have been super effective. So, yeah, I'm kind of glad I blocked that with the shield. This should be a pretty easy battle. I got an excellent on that Avalanche. Pretty good stuff. I brought in my 3 Mamoswine, so I shouldn't really have any trouble with this at all. Just try to get these done as quickly as you can so you can move on to the next parts of the research. Make things easier for you. Oh, can I knock out this Dragonite with that? Oh, I fainted just in time. It took my Mamoswine out just in time. No big deal though, as we have 3 different Mamoswines. We got 3 Mamoswines for their Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite. Not a oh god, I missed that, so I'm not gonna get an excellent on this. I missed too many circles. Knock this thing out. That's the 3rd stop, which is 500 dust, our 3rd of 6 mysterious components. 92 out of 100 Team Rocket stops. And now we just gotta catch the Dratini real quick. Alright, first ball with the Pineapple Berry finishes that off. And now we can complete our first round of research. So we'll go, oh wait, I gotta spin a couple Pokestops. Spin a couple stops, and then we'll be done with our research for the first of 3. I think this is 1 of 6, okay. So I found it quite peculiar that people weren't completing the special research and posting what we had to do to complete it in advance. Because usually that happens. Usually within a couple of hours, depending on the length and the difficulty of the research, people will post like, hey, this is what you have to do in part 3, this is what you have to do in part 6. Or this is why I never saw any of those posts. Spin a Pokestop 5 days in a row. So they got us again with prolonging the special research, and they're gonna drag this out over a long course of time. I guess over the course of a week. At least it's not 7 days in a row. 5 days in a row is a little bit better. But for right now, we can purify 15 Shadow Pokemon, which I think I have already, and win 5 raids. And for that, we get 1,000 Stardust, 3 Hyper Potions, and 3 Revives. So we'll do what we can do for now, and we'll put a bookmark in this and continue it in 5 days, I guess. Okay, so I'm finally taking on Cobalion, one of the Swords of Justice. There's Cobalion, Virizion, I think it's Virizion or Vizion, Keldeo, and of course, Tacanian. And I probably butchered all of those names, but Cobalion is kind of the of the three. I'm more excited for, I think it's pronounced like Tacanian, or I think that's how it's pronounced, but it's a rock type and fighting type, and it has great statistics. It maxes out at 3,600 plus. Unfortunately, it doesn't know a fighting type quick move along with the fighting type charge move. It does know Smackdown, so you can teach it Smackdown and Stone Edge. So it's an excellent rock type Pokemon, but not as good as a fighting type Pokemon. Now, if they will replace Zen Headbutt with Counter, which I tweeted this earlier, I tweeted this a couple of days ago. If they replace Zen Headbutt with Counter and you would have like Counter Dynamic Punch, that would be amazing because really the only good fighting type is Machamp. Tacanian could be a fantastic fighting type if you taught it Counter with Close Combat. Counter Close Combat is a pretty solid moveset. Not as good as Counter Dynamic Punch, but Counter Close Combat, I can live with that. But without further ado, it is time to get Cobalion in the Dex. 2103 Weather Boosted is our CP. Would you look at that? Weather Boosted due to cloudy weather. I forgot about that. It's a fighting type, so cloudy weather boosts it. But I only got 8 balls, so I gotta make sure I hit it each and every single one. Well, that just sucks. Man, that just sucks. Alright, part 2 with Cobalion. This thing got away from us last time, but we're gonna make sure we get our revenge. We're gonna catch this thing this time. Maybe not, because I think I'm like the only Mystic in this group, which means I'm gonna get the least balls. And I don't have the best counters, actually. I have like, my counters are like tier 2, kind of. Chandelure and Blaziken with Blast Burn are the 2 best counters. Machamp and Moltres, which are what I use, are like in the 2nd tier. Now they're not like the top tier of counters for Cobalion, but they still get the job done. But man, it would help if we had some Mystic people in these raids, but there's like nobody Mystic in these groups, which is kind of a problem because kind of getting screwed on balls. But what can you do? This one is 2104 Weather Boosted. Alright, can I catch it? Let's see. Whoa, alright, critical catch on the 2nd ball. Bam, in the Dex, baby. That's how you snipe them. Ah! Alright, 2104. Metaclaw and Close Combat are movesets, and the stats are very so I'll have to get another one of these in the near future. And we are on top of 2 rocket stops, so hopefully I'll be able to drift towards one of those as well. Alright, hopping into our last Team Rocket grunts for the special component, the mysterious component. This will be 6 out of 6, and it's a psychic type, so I'm just gonna have Giratina come in and clean house here. So it's gonna be a Ralts, and I think I'm gonna go with the Raspberry. Should be a one and done. Alright, so we got the Ralts down, which is pretty good. So with that should be our final component. So now it says combine components. It says look like these components fit together. So we'll combine our components together and we'll get a mysterious device. So it says you've assembled a mysterious device, but what does it do? Alright, I'm gonna click equip. And there's a small icon below the Pokemon Go Plus icon. So we'll tap that and see what's up. Alright, so we're out of the field, and I'm going to take a look at this rocket radar, because apparently what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to try to find where the Team Rocket leaders are hiding. So let's tap this real quick. And it says, Professor Willow's research and the components you discovered have come to produce a rocket radar. We can reverse engineer their technology and now receive their hideout signals. Equip the radar to activate it. It's time to investigate. Okay, Blanche, what's up? Alright, so, wow, there's a lot of different stops. 3 right in front of me, actually 2 directly in front of me, and then a couple farther out. So, we'll head to the immediate 2 Pokestops and see if we can find these Team Go Rocket leaders. Alright, let's find out what this is about. Alright, so I followed the radar and it led me to this Pokestop. And this is Cliff. So Cliff is the Team Rocket, basically representative for Team Mystic. You have to collect 6 of the components and that equals 1 radar, and then the radar gives you a battle. Which makes sense. Okay, so I gotta make sure I set the right lineup because I don't think I'm gonna be able to battle him again. Alright, Cliff versus DX1. Who will be victorious in this battle? I'm going with the old reliable 2 Machamps and a Mamoswine. So it's just like a regular Team Rocket grunt. It's really important to scout your opponent's lineup before you head into the battle with your full party. So we just knocked out to Meowth. Make quick work out of that. He starts off with a pretty weak Pokemon. Now if he had like a stronger Pokemon to lead off, like if he doesn't lead off with a Shadow Meowth, this is a completely different matchup. This is a completely different battle if he doesn't. But I'm gonna get Flygon almost down to halfway, but it's gonna clear enough damage for Mamoswine to come in and do his damage here. So I'm gonna hit an Avalanche attack right now. And I think this is gonna do the trick. Oh, I missed a couple of circles there. All right, he blocks the first one, so that's tough. That's tough, and I think he's gonna block the second one too. But I think I've done enough damage here. So I totally expect him to block the second Avalanche. Yeah, oh, he doesn't block it. All right, super effective damage dealt. So he's out of shields. I forgot he's out of shields. I didn't look at his icon at the upper right-hand corner. So it's Machamp versus Tyranitar. So I'm in the winning situation here. But I tell you, if Machamp didn't have Dynamic Punch here, I don't think I would have won this. So there are definitely a lot of situations where you can lose to these guys. These guys are pretty good. But for this round, I'm gonna come away with the victory. Cliff is pissed off, as he should be, as I pick up the W here. We're gonna get 1,000 Dust, 3 Revives, 3 Hyper Potions, and that's 97 out of 100 Team Go Rocket Grunts fought off. With 5 balls, let's see if we get anything good here. It's a Meowth. No big deal. 151 CP. Gonna catch this real quick. Ooh. Okay, one more thing here before we wrap this up. This has been an awesome adventure. And this is just the beginning of this. I like how this is gonna be like a multi-part thing, but we have a Team Go Rocket Disruption event from today, November 7th to November 14th. And they're gonna have increased spawns of Ekans, Meowth, and Koffing in the wild. Also, you're gonna have Team Go Rocket themed Pokemon in raids. You're gonna have 5 new Shadow Pokemon. So Sandshrew, Bellsprout, Magnemite, Porygon, which we caught earlier, and Wobbuffet are all new Shadow Pokemon that we can purify. And of course, there are Team Go Rocket exclusive Shadow Pokemon. So Cliff has Meowth, Arlo has Scyther, and also Serena has Sneasel. And all 3 of those could be shiny. So that's cool. So since I'm Team Mystic, I have Cliff, which means the more Team Rocket leaders I take out, so the more times I battle Cliff, the more chances I have towards getting a shiny Meowth. Alright, so that's about it for now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to drop a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.